Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chen. Welcome to tonight's King of Fighters 14 combo dojo, and we have our guest Dark in the house.
What up?
Alright. Sorry guys, we were not escaping. We didn't have our streaming last week. We have a bit of issues on my home network, so couldn't do the streaming last week. So basically what we're gonna do today is Team China. Alright, Team China, we got Meitenkun, Tung and Shun'ei. And we're gonna start with Meitenkun first today. I don't know, what do you think about Meitenkun, DC?
Yeah. He has some good things going for him, but a lot against him. He's an okay character, but...
You sure he's an okay character? As I thought he's pretty low tiers to me. I mean...
Yeah, like, okay at best, but I've seen players use him fairly well, but he's pretty hard to use.
It is pretty hard to use, and I barely see... He probably is the one of the only character, not much people using it, especially his brand new characters for 14. And normally, like for SNK, for King of Fighters series, new characters got a lot of buffering or character advantage. As I can see, Meitenkun doesn't really have that much benefit. Start with Meitenkun jump CD, as you can see, is a weird rolling action, and it doesn't have any advantage. As advantage side, maybe just stand CD, stand C as a stand hard punch. The reach is not as good as you thought. No anti-air. The crowd C is okay, except for that light punch, light kick, jump D hard kick is pretty much negative for most of the time. It doesn't have any benefit at all. But start with, and another important thing about Meitenkun, it doesn't have much combo, and his combo is not really connect. Like, as I know, most of the time you start with your basic combo with light punch, and that's pretty much. Like, do you know any other combo start up with any other moves? You see?
No, from what I've seen, well, for me, like, I don't really use him, so this is, I got like really basic knowledge on him, but playing against him, I haven't seen anyone else do anything different just from like crouch B, crouch A low starters, besides a heavy attack into forward B, and then into max mode. No, I haven't seen any other sort of starter.
Oops, shouldn't do that. Anyway, let's continue. So, Meitenkun got the movement of throwing pillows, either only two direction. Use the hard version, it goes up. Use the light version, it goes straight to your opponent. This projectile is slow and easy to dodge. Either you jump over it or block. You can roll over it. Yeah, so it's a guessing game. So Meitenkun sometimes rely on distance to do this pillow attack. It doesn't really suit to me, so that's why, as we can do pretty much start with, is load the cat with low kick, low punch, and the charging back forward punch. And you can do the follow-up with extra hit. That's pretty much most people doing, because even though you have a connect movement as stand C, forward B, but after that, your throwing pillow is not connect. You can do charging But if you're not familiar with this move, you will miss and you get punished. So that's why I pretty much most of the time stick with low kick, crouch B, 2, crouch A, then straight into the charging dash. Only thing that I can think about Meitenkun got advantage is the cross up with the light kick, which means it does helps. What super does Meitenkun have? I think there's a running super. How do you do the running super?
Shift kick.
Pardon?
This one.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 fireballs kick.
Oh, okay. So I barely see people using it, so probably just start. Wow, let's start with the normal move first. So that's one, and that's it. That's everything I can think of. Most of people using it. Jump C is okay. The hitbox is quite far. The range is pretty far as well. So if you want to use him, yes, jump C is a good choice, but don't do too much of the jump CD. CD doesn't work as good as you can see. Stand CD give you a really far distance, but you can't do any. Well, you can do follow up after that as a SDM. That's 2 hits, which means okay, but just have to beware. Sometimes when you do the DM or SDM, you might fall asleep. It's just the risk.
Yeah, the range on that on the DM and the SDM is surprisingly short.
Yeah, it's really short.
Be careful doing a mid-screen.
See, it doesn't hit at all. So pretty much Meitenkun, well, if you just want to experience how it works, you can put it in at the point. But I normally put as second only, because he's really bad pulling the anchor. Reason is he doesn't have much of a maximum combo to start with, and his damage life is not as good as you can see. So we explain the regular move. Now we just have to go straight into DM, SDM, and level 3. So you can do the charging dash straight into SDM or DM, but damage wise not as good as you look, as you see. But if you just gonna go do simple stand C, forward B, straight into the Chinese Kung Fu kicking, it goes really good damage, 474. That's for DM. DM is 342. SDM is about 474. Except for that, nothing much you can connect. But sometimes, because when I do the charging, it doesn't work that well when you do cancel to DM or SDM. That's why I rather, when the charge hit goes to the first hit, then I'll do the cancel straight away, in case I do any missing. More safe. Except for that, level 3, you can do level 3, but damage wise, bad. 470, cost you 3 bars, or rather just get level 2, pretty much the same damage. Alright, moving on. So we pretty much explained the DM, the SDM, and level 3. One thing before we move on to the Maximo Maximo combo. Because Meitenkun got the pillar attack, and sometimes I see a lot of advanced player will do crouching C, and you can do the pillar as a mix-up. You can do that, but you just need to practice to get the distance right. Oh, bit of lagging. You can do that. Except for that, we probably just gonna move on to the Maximo combos. Alright, DC definitely don't have much idea how the Maximo combo works, right?
Yeah, not really. You'll be showing more on this one than I will.
Alright. We talk about in the corner because this Maximo can be. It's pretty much the same. It's a rotation. So if you're gonna start with stand attack, you can activate it, throw an EX pillow, and do the follow up. You can do that, or so as once you throw the pillow, you have to charge and do EX dash, then charge again to do explosion. Yes. That is the charging down up move. Unfortunately, this move is not as good as you see because the range is really short and easy to get counter with your opponents. So you can do that. That's 394. Charge. Super. This actually is pretty powerful 2-bar combo. (506) with 2-bar, but you're gonna sleep in front of your opponent. So if you have enough bar, probably I suggest do SDM. And you won't go to sleep. And that's 576 with 3 bars. And except for that, we can go for light startup. So if you're gonna do light kick, light punch, activation, you can't do any heavy attack anymore. So you pretty much gonna use light attack to do the EX dash. So as example, you have to do the light attack again. So it connect the moves, and if you're in a point, right, missed it. Into rotation of charging slash, the down arm move to get damage. That's 296 because we're putting him in as a point position. So if he goes to second, then you have more. You can rotate more moves. Even though you can. (339) with 1 bar. And of course, if you're gonna put in as in like anchor position, then yeah, it's a risk.
I haven't really seen anyone use in anchor.
Yeah. So, as you can see, oh, you also can, if you're gonna start with stand. So it's just a rotation between charging dash, charging uppercut, cancel again. That's 2-bar combo with 603 damage, but has to be in anchor position. Not really, but it is really risky. And because if you're doing the dash punch, after that you want to do the charging down up move, you have to wait for it. You can't do it straight away. Otherwise it will become the second hit from the dash punch. So that's, you have to be aware of that. Let's see. You can do SDM that goes 666. I mean, for Meitenkun, the damage wise is not bad. It's pretty hard to connect, and for that move, pretty much you rely on the corner, and you know, if you versus some advanced players, you know, someone better than you barely gonna push him into the corner position. So yeah, just I play Meitenkun just for fun. Like, most of his moves is quite funny as well, but damage wise it's just funny. So most of the time what I'm doing, if I have enough bar, I'll just go straight to level 3 as low start. Oh, why so slow? Oh, okay. There you go. 469. Except for that, there's nothing much Meitenkun that can cause any other damage. You can do the Chinese Kung Fu kick with level 3. You also can do... I don't think that works. Oh, it is works. Okay, my bad. So you can also do advanced cancel. He's just gonna waste a little bar and it just looks better. And he's still gonna go for his sleep. If your opponent is gonna do emergency roll, then you will just stood there doing nothing, waiting for a punish. Except for that, nothing much I can teach you about Meitenkun. If you have a different way of using it, please leave comments, let us know. Now we move on to the second characters. Kung Fu, which means DC can participate a bit because he never used Meitenkun.
Kinda not really.
I barely see you that using these characters against me. Tung Fu is Meitenkun's master, also as Shun'ei's master as well. And I don't know. What do you think? I think this character is pretty top tier to me. I don't know as to how well it's to you.
He's not perceived as top player, a top character, but when good players use him, like ET or something, they make him look really good. I reckon he's about mid, maybe sort of hitting towards the upper mid. He does have some weaknesses, but no, he's pretty, in the right hands, yeah, he's really, really good. Like, I reckon he's got some good buttons on him.
Alright. Right, so let's start with, well, DC, you should start with something that you know from him.
So I think for the Tung, so he's got some good things. His fireball is deceptively fairly big, has a fairly big hitbox, and his crouch C can whiff cancel into it, so it doesn't even have to be a hit, which is really good for creating space. And it's very hard to jump that that fireball when you're up close. So yeah, so crouch C is really good. He does have 2 cross-ups as well. So first one is his jump A, which is, yeah, it's a weird looking punch, but that does cross up. The only problem with that though is that the hit stun's very small, so you got to try and hit it when you're coming down, not at the apex of the jump. Because yeah, if you hit it too high, then it's not going to give you enough hit stun. His other one is a little bit harder, and it's his special move. It's the spinning punch. The spinning punch is, yeah, it allows you to sort of juggle them in the air because it hits a couple of times, but it also hits on the ground. And it, yeah, when you get the spacing right, that acts as a
cross up,
well.
mix up and cross up.
Yeah, it's because of Tung's jumping arc. Like it's hard to sort of do it, but yeah, there you go, like that. So yeah, it does cross up. He's got a command grab, which is really good. So for close quarters, which is this. That's a command grab, so you can do mix up with that as well. And it's really fast. So yeah, it's really good. He does have a dash punch, which is similar to his fireball. It does have a fairly large hitbox, because yeah, that's actually pretty hard to jump as well sometimes. Like, it does catch you. Besides that, like, yeah, he's got that, which is, I wouldn't say that's an anti-air, because it does trade a lot. It's probably, yeah, used as a mechanic to, like, maybe hop on wake up so they can't do anything like that. But other than that, yeah, I wouldn't really use it too much. I think that's all his moves.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Add a few words before we move on to basic combo. Combo U is jump D. Actually, it's 2 hit.
Yeah, yep.
So you can see only 1 hit, but if you jump in the right angle, it will give 2 hit. And 2 hit, because some of your opponents just block in the first hit. Somehow is weird. If you let go by the first hit, you will get hit by the second hit. That's sometimes it happens. And for the move, so you can either do stand C, diagonal down A, then do the fireball. You also can do light kick, light punch, diagonal down A, and do the punch, do the fireball, or the dash, or anything other for the follow up. But one thing you have to beware, if you're doing combos, have to be in a really close range to get the light kick, light punch, and diagonal down A to do any follow up. If you push yourself too far, you won't get the 3rd hit like that. You'll miss the 3rd hit. So pretty much, you see the advanced player, they do is they're probably just gonna do just 1 stand C to avoid the missing. Same thing as stand C with diagonal down A with this push up punch. So just something you have to be aware of. Alright, move on. So the first, well, pretty much his move is you can change this DM and SDM or level 3. Oh, not for that, sorry. You can do the spinning one. So it looks like that. You can straight into level 3. Oh, yeah, you get pushed out of the way. Oops, sorry. Oh, my bad. Shouldn't have used fireball. So if you want to do anything that's close, you need to do the dash punch. Wow. Dash punch is always better. And 100% connect. So the damage is awesome. It's 571 with simple setup. Wrong. My bad. That's level 3, 615. Awesome. You can. SDM, DM, doesn't really matter. Ooh. And is anywhere in the screen. For my personal favorite is this. 2 bar 503 damage. Alright, so DC, your turn. What do you know about basic combos? Oh, I pretty much cover it.
Yeah, I think you pretty much cover it, yeah. So the main ones, so for me, Tung is still, I think this whole team is probably the main team that I don't really use a lot. I do use Shun'ei, I know how to use him, but yeah, Tung and Meitenkun, I don't use them very often, unfortunately, and Meitenkun is probably the least used character in my range. So, but yeah, so I'm still kind of getting used to Tung. But yeah, for combos, the main ones that I really use is just that is really good for me. Also, that is good for me as well, which you can switch it to the dash punch as well. So they're the two main combos that I use at the moment, which you can do into super as well. So yeah, I do use that as well, but other than that, that's sort of the basic combos that I do use Tung with,
Alright, it was like that. Then we move on to Maximo combo. So DC, now's your turn to show me some of your Maximo combo for Tung.
Okay.
There's few. I mean, good thing about Tung, we have a few of the Maximo combo. Is good for beginners or advanced players, beginner to mid players. It's not that hard to start with.
Yeah, so so for the moment, the main combo that I do use with Tung, that's sort of like mid-range. Yeah, is this combo here, but it is a bit difficult because you gotta judge the height correctly for when you do after you do the EX fireball with the dash punch, EX dash punch. It's kind of hard to get the timing for it.
That's 451 for 2 bars.
That's a 2 bar combo. So, but that's the main one that I use at the moment. I'm still trying to work on my other ones, but yeah, that you basically just showed it as well.
How come my one's 544? That's weird.
No, because mine was level 1. Mine was a DM.
Mine was DM as well.
Oh, you sure? Oh, okay.
I know, because you doing the.
I did low starter.
Oh yeah.
I did crouch B starter.
really like to start with low. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. $4.51. Yeah, that's right. I mean, because some people might struggle with the second dash punch, might miss it or auto-correct it. So what I normally do, I just skip that extra hit. Straight into DM. I mean, of course, you get less, like 460, less 30 damage, but somehow it's more safe.
I think for most players, in this instance, most players will go for 100% consistent combo and take the less damage as opposed to risking it. Especially in a match where you know all this stuff is happening. Yeah, you got a combo opportunity. You don't want to stuff it up. You better off just taking the safer route, which in this case, that's what that is.
Yep. So if you're putting the point, as what DC demonstrate, you can either do you can do these, or you can straight into level 3 if you got enough bars. Ah, it's the oh, you can't. You have to put in at least mid, because you don't have enough maximum bars. There has to be at least in the second position. Then you have enough bar to do the level 3. But if you in the second positions and you don't want to get extra dash punch to cancel to SDM, that's just perfect for the SDM move. And also level 3, and that's anywhere on the screen, safe. What I normally do, let's start with corner. If my opponent's in the corner, doesn't matter how I start with lows or with high, we can do the combo, the maximum combo like this. So you do EX Fireball and do the regular Fireball A, use the light version, then the light dash. That's one combo, and you can cancel that into any of the super you like. Oh, oops. You need to be accurate. You can't do that. DT, you might want to give it a try.
Sorry, just which one am I doing again?
The one I just demonstrated. So, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I'm used to his. I keep thinking dash punch is quarter circle forward, not quarter circle back. But I remember it's like Terry. So
yeah. Light dash.
Yeah, that was a light one. I don't know.
There you go. I mean, in the corner, this 2-bar combo goes to, well, DC start with low. That's $4.99 already. Don't even mention that's the full combo. 592 for 2 bar is really powerful in the corner.
That's really good.
Yeah, and you can't even straight to level 3, that even worse. That's of course 640? No, 686 for 3 bar combo. And it's awesome. Oh, it's gonna stun. Even though if you have enough bar, you're putting as anchor position. You can do level 3. There's 836. I mean, pretty powerful. Very powerful. Except for these 2, there's one last as Tung's max mode combo. You can do spinning EX, EX spinning hit, and then the regular, and then do the EX again. So it's pretty much look like spinning. You can do spinning again, but I don't normally do that much spinning because it's a risk for me. But I know there's a lot of good players they can spin at least 3 or 4 times, and that damage is really crazy as well. But I just show you the basic demonstration. See? So I can do 2 times. So what I normally do is bit of lag. Oh, if you're close to the corner, you can do it just like me. Bad. Oh, not close corner enough. Can do this. That's 462, and yeah, you can just do. If you're good to spin, you can spin so many times if you want to. I just can't do that much time. I know there's ET in Taiwan can do a lot of spinning. I know there is one of the guys in China and other guys in Taiwan that can do the spinning a lot. Like even in the corner. Yeah. But I don't know, DC, would you think you would do that spinning most of the time? I can't really do it. You need a lot of practice and get the timing right.
Yeah, I haven't fallen into that stage yet. So, I know it's difficult, but yeah, it'd be something that you have to learn properly and apply to use in game. But it is pretty hard to do consistently. So I would stick to the basic one that you mentioned before.
Yeah, well, let me think if the I'm not sure if we can connect this. We can't. Alright. Anyway, that's pretty much about Tung Kung Fu. Most of his attack and move can advance cancel or cancel to DM, SDM or level 3. So it's not bad to use. Just in a short distance, like if you're far away from opponents, the most powerful powerful technique is crouch C. Does Tung got the entire? I don't really think so.
Nah, not really. Well, not on the ground, no.
Yeah, not. Is this entire? Are you able to jump? Let me see.
What, small jump?
Yeah. Ooh, what the hell? Oh wow, this is really bad.
Yeah, you gotta time it.
Oh, actually, not bad. Oh no, it's it really depends. So you just have to be careful using it. Except for that, Tung Kung Fu. most of these combo, if you can do SDM as a cancel, damage wise always about 500 already. So that's good about him. Compared with Meitenkun, you know, it's different. Because Meitenkun rely more on corner as well. And damage wise is bad. For him, any of the move just go straight into heavy damage. Alright, so move on. Let's move on to our last character of the night. Our super SSST. Shun'ei.
Yeah, arguably the best character in the game.
The best character in 14. No doubt. Perfect. They built as a brand new character, that he just way OP. Even though they nerfed him down a bit. I don't think that even for a nerf.
It's funny because like he had some really good stuff when the game first came out, and then they made him really bad where no one was using him, and then they made him really good,
Really.
and then they toned him down a little bit, but he's still good. So yeah, he's gone up and down, but yeah, so. But at the moment, the way the game is now, he's arguably probably the best character in the game. He's just got everything.
Alright, DC, you can start explaining the movement and advantage and the disadvantage if you have for Shun'ei.
Okay, so it's basically a question of what Shun'ei doesn't really have. So he's got his light kicks is probably the best in the game. Like they're probably on par with, I would say, like Blue Marys, but they're short, they're quick, they're long, and it gives enough hit stun. So if you do like 3 or 4 into your max mode, which we'll show later, like you'll have enough time to get close. He's kind of like Robert. Robert was like that early in the game, where Robert you can do like 4 crouch Bs into max and still make it. He feels a little bit like that. Stand B, long reach, stops small jump ins, and again works well with max mode. His crouch A is really good, really quick. And that leads into a combo, which is his quarter circle back punch. His stand D, his fast stand D is again really good. Fast, hits high, so for anyone trying to jump, small jump ya, that will hit. So you'll see people trying to use that for anti-air as well, because yeah, it just hits everything. The hitbox is really good. His crouch D is really good. Long, far sort of crouching move, but most people probably don't bother really sweeping with him. They rather just try and catch someone falling down with crouch B, because that's where his combos are. His C is not very good. It's like his crouch C is okay, but when you compare it to stand D, fast stand D, yeah, people rather do fast stand D than crouch C. His jump CD, really good. It's super quick. It activates as soon as you jump off the ground. So early jump ins, or you know, if you feel someone's going to contest you, if you do it early, it will win most of the time. It's really good, and it's good lockdown move as well. So if they're blocking, you can keep doing it. Ground CD is really good. It jumps over lows, so yeah, so it'll jump over lows. So, and if it hits clean, you can follow up with another move. Yeah, it's just really good. That's just his normal attacks. His special moves, full circle back punch. His C version is a hard knockdown, whereas what you were saying before in the previous model before he got nerfed, his B version was also hard knockdown. So you can't combo into C version, but the previous nerf or pre-patch that he had was you can combo into the B version, which was hard knockdown, so they got rid of that. But yeah, that's what made him really good. He does what people call an anime character, so he's got an air dash, which is very new to KOF characters because no other KOF characters really have this. So it's a special move. It's not like forward in the air. It's quarter circle forward kick, or quarter circle back kick, and with that you can pretty much add another attack onto it. So you can either do just a jump D, jump A, jump B, whatever, or you can do a special move where his air special move is quarter circle forward punch, which is his glowing hand, which the A version goes sort of forward, while the C version pushes him back. So you'll probably see that a lot because a lot of people use it to build bar, and they do it like that because you can instant air it. So he has a quarter circle forward punch, which is like his fireball move. It's okay, but yeah, like people rather pressure with his quarter circle back punch instead. But yeah, it's still got a bit of reach. Then his last move is his DP, which is that. His C version sort of dashes him forward. What makes this a really good move is you can actually cancel that into a DM like that, which yeah, it's stupid because unlike where you gotta do the cancel straight away, you can actually do it like later. So you've got time to confirm it like that. Like that's not even a super cancel. So yeah, it's which yeah I think is really stupid.
It's
but,
full damage as well.
Yeah, it's just yeah. So like his DP has like upper invulnerability, but it doesn't have low, so you can kind of meaty him out of it. But even on counter hit, you can still buffer into super, and it will still work. But yeah, so that's Shun'ei's basics. What he's got. He used to have the ability. So when you're in max mode like this, that move, you can actually link on many of those in one combo. But they got rid of that in the first patch. They thought that was too strong, and then after that, that's when Shun'ei dropped down to like really crappy tier. And then in 3.0 they made him good again, and that was probably his best version. But in this version at the moment, 3.11, he's still good. He's still really too good. But they're just his basic moves, and then we haven't even gone to the combos yet. But yeah, so I'll let Chen sort of go into the next part of Shun'ei.
Alright, so DC explained the benefit of all these punches, moves. So Shun'ei is, well, even for beginners, really easy to use. As what we say, start with the low or anything with the light punch or light kick. As long as you can do the punch, charging punch, you can do cancel. Cancel as DM, SDM, or level 3, or DM to level 3, SDM to level 3. Example, DM advanced cancel. Oh, oops, that's already done. SDM. SDM level 3. I mean, because he's just way too good to connect everything together. That's why you've seen in tournament, pretty much 9 out of 10, the player will choose Shun'ei, either as second or anchor characters. I'm just showing the first one, just the charging punch. Hasn't even show the jumping ones, because DC will demonstrate the jumping combo for us.
Yeah, so to reiterate what Chen said, yeah, he's an easy character to pick up. You will see him in any, pretty much everyone's tournament team. Like, if you're gonna pick a top tier character, Shun'ei is your best one. So you will probably see him in every tournament team. The other good thing about him is that you can pretty much put him anywhere. Anchor, middle, point, he's just good anywhere. It doesn't matter. He builds bars so quick, so if you have him at point, you know, he's got enough ability to rush other characters down and just build bar like it's nothing. So they can use him anywhere, but a lot of tournament players use him middle or last, just to have that extra resources available. Now in terms of combos, so yeah, as Chen said, so that's like a main combo, or that, oops, or that's like a main ground combo. For a jump in or a heavy attack startup, he does have a command normal, which is forward B, which is this sort of aerial jumping kick, and then yeah, that's when you go into his into that, and you can obviously see where we're going with how strong he is, because again in the previous model, that into hard knockdown was so good, and it just so much damage, and then you knocking them down just puts you in an advantage, which is just too good. But now he still has it, because you can do the C version, which is still good, but doing it from the B version, because I'm pretty certain it recovered quicker, you just are able to do a lot more. So yeah, so there is that. There's not really any other combos.
In corner,
And
you can do extra uppercut.
what was the corner one? You might have to show the corner one. Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay.
That's just the basic, and then it's already 334 damage with no any bar. That's how
So
ridiculous.
Like he's like a character. He just linked 3 special moves all together. Like no other character really has that. You know, it's just ridiculous.
And with 1 bar combo, 458. Ridiculous.
Yeah, too
Like,
good.
too good. Even jump in. Oh, I missed it. Hit. That's 404. This everything with 1 bar is really ridiculous. And then especially as DC was demonstrating punch. After the punch, you can do exactly the same. DM, SDM, level 3, advanced cancel. Everything that I can think of, as long as you have bar. That's it. Like. Two bar, 600. 600 damage.
Oh, 3.
Oh, wrong. Hold on. 2 bar. 512. $770. Like, you know, this is ridiculous. You don't have to do it. It looks good and give you good damage. Pretty much most of people will go for simple damage. Because of 2 of these if you can do twice, your opponent will be gone. It's like 512. You just spend 4 bar, 1 character down, and you know it doesn't have this hasn't include the maximum combo yet. So that's why so many people, you know, just think Shun'ei is way too easy to use and it's so powerful. Even though one of our friends is pretty new to KOF14, but he can use Shun'ei quite well. Like, yeah, just ridiculous. Except for that, in the corner, of course, we just do a extra hit. 2 bar 566, or you can go to level 3. 3 bar probably about 700 or about 690, 656. Pretty much the same. Like, yeah, they should nerf him down a bit, you know. Shun'ei got another like unique air dash thing. Is if you put CD in the air, you can do dash afterwards. Oops, sorry. That's in case if your opponent's blocking.
Yeah, add to mix up.
It's pretty safe. And then because sometimes your opponent might blocking, and if you do the normal air flip, you just stop in front of your opponent, you might get punished. That's why you can either use the light version, or the heavy version will push you backwards. Unless your opponent's gonna do the emergency roll, then you know you'll get punished. But normally, they're rolling backwards, alright? Rolling forward, I don't think it's so easy to get car crash. Can you roll forward? Oh yeah, you can get punished like that. I mean, he's just way too good, and any of your opponent try to jump in, because his DP is dragon, you know, it's pretty risky. Sometimes it will be a trade as a counter. You can see a lot of people just pressing send D most of the time. As one of our friends Talha, he's gonna use this to anti-air for everyone. I mean, you know, I have to say it's pretty useful. Alright, now we're gonna jump into maximum combo. So DC will demonstrate.
Okay, so he kind of does have a few options.
So many, a lot.
Yeah, so I think so. So that's a 2 bar maximum combo.
500.
So with that was 500.
Yeah,
and that was from a low starter as well.
Yeah, low starters.
So for me, because Shun'ei is really, really good, like again, if you can, whoops. So that's the one. That's one where you use a DM. Sometimes you may see tournament players not do a DM at all. So they just use the 1 bar just to get the damage. So when I did my max mode, I go straight into the DP, EXDP, and then I do C version of that into the DM. But the other option is there's a little bit of timing to it, so if you do it too quick, yeah, but that's the basic combo that most of them do without DM, and then yeah, and it's got decent carry as well. Oh, whoops. Yeah, when you're a bit closer to corner, it does get a bit tricky. Oh, I'm doing it too late. Too early. Oh. Lag now. No, I'm not getting that. Don't know why.
Because you the EX uppercut you're doing, I mean the EX punch you're doing too quick. You can delay it, like really delay it. Yeah, try it again. You was doing too early. No, you can do the uppercut. Oh, you missed. That's way too late. Too early. Perfect. Oh damn.
Yeah. See, I don't normally do this combo. Yeah, which is why it's a little bit foreign to me. Yeah, because I normally do the
Yeah, just do
the other combo. Yeah.
I'm gonna stun. You do the EX punch too early.
What, the first one?
On the second EX punch. Yeah, do that. You're doing too early. I'm gonna stun. There you go. Yeah, so it's a bit tricky because
Delayed a little bit. Yeah.
the in the first version when I was doing opposite. So I was doing opposite way. Yeah, but I realized that's the first version. You can do that. Yeah, you still can do the same thing, but it's just people start using the basic one. Punch, EX, because they can charge. See, using one bar is already charged like about 20% for the first bar back already, so it's pretty scary. As what DC demonstrate, you can do this. SDM, of course, you can do level 3. I have to mention again because everything it works. In the corner, DC, you should know a lot of corner.
Yeah, corner. Combo again.
Yep, you can do mix up, you can do hard knockdown, like it's everything that Shun'ei can do.
Yeah, so
if you want to do hard
the,
knockdown, you do the last hit. EX, hard knockdown. Or you can't say really hard knockdown, but you know, either knockdown or you can do one hit.
yeah, that's hard knockdown.
Yeah, that's hard knockdown. You can do hard knockdown.
Yeah.
Other moves.
Like, you can do the, like if you do the EX punch into the EX uppercut, you can still do that in the corner, but they go over to the other side, so you gotta switch your controls, but it is difficult to do, but that is possible if you know, anyone wants to do it. But yeah, I don't do that. I just do that normal corner combo.
And that's so scary because we are using as in point. The maximum is limited with 1000. If we're putting yeah. Because most of the characters got problems. Have the maximal bar problem, not long enough. You know, when you activate it, you cut half through it already. You can't build up enough bars, blah blah blah. That and it doesn't have this problem. No matter in point, second, or anchor, all the same. Getting better and better.
Yeah,
so
pretty
if
much.
you put 1500. What I do in the corner is a bit different. Oh, the corner.
Yeah, you forgot your other corner combo you do.
Before that, we have to show we can do. Once you do uppercut, EX uppercut, you either do hard knockdown and super, yes. But if you're in corner, you can add extra hit. Then you do it. Extra hit, 606 damage, pretty good. Or you can same 609. I mean, all Shun'ei's combo is start with 500, no doubt. In the corner, I don't like to do these because I want to charge more bar. Because, you know, that's 450. For me, I personally like a lot of upset. EX flip, EX uppercut, light uppercut, heavy uppercut, then the light version of dash punch. That gives you a lot of opportunity. I mean, advantage on charging up what you just been using. Okay, charging about 10% back, and that's 422 damage. I mean, pretty good. And you also can change to. Oh, that's not good. You can do level 3. So everything with level 3. Or I can't remember if you can do level 2 or not. Yes, you can. I mean, what can't he? Oh, he can do the. Okay. Oh, I can wait actually. 1, 2. Wow, pretty much everything. Like everything in the corner. Except for that. What do we have? Something we didn't show.
I don't know. It feels like we've shown everything kind of what he does.
You just Shun'ei can start up with low kick, low punch, stand punch. Oh, yes, that's right. When you do anti-air, that's far activation. Oh shit.
Oh, yep.
Unbelievable far. I mean, yeah, 100%. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, finally we found something that doesn't work. I mean, Shun'ei just a ridiculous, powerful, super ST character in KOF14.
He's really good. He's really good.
As long as you go for the basic, you already can give your opponent so much damage about it. Well, pretty much that's all Shun'ei can do. Of course, some other people have a bit of different connect wise in the corner. I see they might bounce you off the wall, or you know, just do something a little bit different. But most of the concept is the same. Even though I see someone is doing this. Oh. Hey, how did they do that? Oh yeah, that's right. So, ooh, what the hell? Try again. I even see people doing this. Or yeah, anything that pretty much all connect. And because Shun'ei's jump kick, the jump B is like really good. Jump D, very good. Jump CB, very good. Either jump A is good.
Yeah, jump A, you'll see a lot of people throwing it out to make as if they're going to do a jump in.
Yeah.
That's a fake, and then they go straight into low. So that's a legit strat.
Legit.
Yeah, they're not meant to hit. That's the idea. So yeah, that does happen as well. And then if you see also when they're doing like far D, so if they're blocking, whoops. So yeah, they go straight into. You can even do EX punch from low, so that does happen as well. So yeah, another player that we play that Chen mentions, that's something that he does. So if that gets blocked, he'll just go straight into that from the low. So oh, just block Chen.
Pardon?
Oh, just block.
Oh.
Yeah, so like that. Like it's just that to link off a low as well. Like yeah, it's just really good. So he's very he pretty much has every tool
You need.
Yeah, he's just a really good character.
I'm not surprised because Shun'ei still, you know, he's the new main character in 14 series. That's a brand new series for King of Fighters. So you know they're building very powerful. I can understand, but compared with the previous two characters, Meitenkun and Tung, Master Tung. I mean, just ridiculous. You know, they should put more even ability to Meitenkun and Shun'ei, but they just pretty much put the focus on Shun'ei. But you know, 15 is gonna come out next year, so you know, might make a bit different.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to know why Shun'ei went up and down. Like in 2.0 he was not that good, and then 3.0 they just made him a god. like to know the understanding of why they've done that to him, because they just made him way too good. Like, and I understand being the protagonist of this series, or this King of Fighters, and you really want him to be good, but he's just stupidly good. And yeah, you wonder why people get bored seeing him, because unfortunately he's on every tournament team.
Every tournament.
So yeah, and it does get a bit, and everyone plays him pretty much the same. So yeah, it does get a bit boring to watch, but he is that good that you do have him. If your opponent has him, then you should pick him just to be even. That's usually the consensus.
I mean, there's nothing wrong, because Shun'ei's gonna keep into the new storyline at least for 2 generations. Like, normally it's 3 generations for SNK, but they might shorten down, because this is the first generation, so when the next generation come out, you know, he's still gonna be the main character, because storyline is about him. You know, he took the power from Verse and blah blah blah, so who knows, right? Yeah, well, pretty much demonstrating on the Shun'ei is here. If DC you have anything to add it in, because I think we can't add anything in anymore, because everything for Shun'ei is connected.
Yeah, no, I think we've sort of given a pretty broad idea on Shun'ei, and yeah, so if you're looking for a good character in the game, he is a good one to start off with.
Alright, so it was like that. Our combo dojo is complete for the night. We will be online again next either Thursday or Friday, or we'll see. Thanks you guys. Thank you guys again for watching our channels, and thanks DC helping out to demonstrate in the combo dojos. We will see you guys next either Thursday or Friday. This is Chen
and DC.
Alright, see you guys next week. Thanks, bye.
Alright, see ya.